Star Trek, Star Wars, we're making a space scene.
Hey, my birdie friend, how you doing? So, we've got a sci-fi collaboration, and that's what we're making today. So sit back, relax, enjoy this make. Hopefully brings you some peace, some joy, a little time out from your day, and you can just enjoy the make. I am using about 12 ounces of resin right here. It's mixing up, and this goes for about 40 seconds. So I'm going to do about, what is that, 6 times, and that's about 4 minutes of this mix. I am going to use this guy here. We are going to be doing a space scene in here. This is a collaboration with
Kernix
Creations. It is their collaboration, the sci-fi collaboration. Are you a Star Trek or a Star Wars fan? I like them both, but I think Star Trek, and this is, I know it's going to cause some probably debate, is a little bit more advanced in terms of social commentary than Star Wars. And we are going with a Star Trek space theme today. And we are using our little Enterprise keychain. I'm going to cut the keychain part off, and I'll probably cut that little hook off right there. But this is the guy we're going to be using. And I'm going to kind of get him in here like this. I'll probably UV glue him down once I have my space layer back in here. And to do the space layer, we've got suspended StarClusters from the PNW Glitter Co. I've got a coupon code for them in my description. 2FATBIRDS 10% sign. That'll save you some money on these. This is the deep purple magenta. I also have it in a blue color here. I'm not quite sure of the full name of this one, but that's going to give us a nice starry look in here. I'm going to use my Rolio deep black pigment paste mixed up in with my clear resin. I have a small batch of black resin, but it's really small, and I wanted to do a bigger amount in here to get a nice base layer. And so we're going to wait for this to cure up, and we'll be right back. Not cure up, we're going to wait for this to mix up, and then we'll be right back. To get this little hook off, I've got these little snippers here. And I am just going to come in here and try. Oh, that hurt. Owie. Be careful when you're doing that. I was not trying to get it off in all one go, but apparently I did, and it snapped into my finger. Alright, it just had a little snap back there. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, I've got 2 cups here. I did run it through my debubbler, though I still got some bubbles in it, but the black should, and glitter should help hide that. This is my Rolio black pigment paste, just giving it a little stir, make sure the oils and pigments get all that combined. We're just making the space part right now. I don't think we've got much. Put it up. Not much here. And the next thing we'll do is add our glitters. We'll start with Marabu Rainbow alcohol ink. And if you hear my air purifier in the background, it's because of this. The air purifier picks up on the VOCs, and alcohol sends that thing into a frenzy. It did not go off until I put that alcohol into my, I have another thing sitting off to the side. Okay, now we'll do our blue. Whoa! Get much in that one. Now we'll do some purple. And the last little bit we're going to add is some diamond frost. Alright, let's get this mixed up. I've never done a space scene before, but I do see the sparkle in there, so hopefully this will turn out. Alright, let's get this cleaned off. I think I might have added a little too much sparkle, but can you ever have too many stars in the sky? I think not. I mean, enough they're like supernova and they're exploding and, you know, our planet's in jeopardy. Alright, are we ready to pour? I think we are. So, put this over here. Shall we? Let these sit here for a minute and we'll be back. Alright, now we're just going to scrape our cups out. And I think that is the perfect amount for what I wanted to do. And we're actually kind of doing this backwards so that what's facing us is the top layer, where usually you work, you know, bottom layer. And then we're going to come back once this is cured, or mostly cured at least, and then we're going to put our spaceship in it. If I put it in it now, it's just going to sink. I also have these little alien heads, so I'm going to whip up. I do have some remaining clear that I just added some alcohol ink into, and I'm going to add a little hint of color and get these guys filled. So what color do we want them to be? Do we want them to be green? Let's do this little yellow-green alcohol ink. Give it a shake. So it's going to be kind of combined with the black that I've got going on in there too. I don't mind that. Alright, let's see what we get there. Alright. This moved over here. This guy over here. A spritz of alcohol. I did mix this up pretty fast, so I definitely do have bubbles in this. Hopefully that little spritz of alcohol will help those degas. Wow, I'm shaky today. Okay, and I'm going to kind of give them a little squidgy, pull in some of this, squishing it, because some of those guys are pretty close, and I want to make sure that our resin gets all in and around there. So I'm actually going to get a micro glove. I have this little guy here. I'm just kind of moving those little eyes around so I could get the resin, make sure it's getting all around in there. Alright, I think those are done. Once everything is nice and cured, we can demold these guys, and then we'll move on to the second part up here. Actually, I want to do one thing. What I did want to do, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, so that's what I wanted to do. Now, resin does what it wants, so it may just all move in later, but we'll see if that stays or not. Let's try one with the blue here. Where are it? Alright. Now we wait. Alright, now we are going to try to add our
spaceship.
Got a couple little spots already here. This is the Let's Resin UV bonding glue. Just kind of putting that there. Got my little light here. And we are setting him down. This stuff is supposed to cure hard within like 5 to 10 seconds, so I think we are good there. Now the next step for this is just putting our clear layer on here. And you know what I never checked? That is not good. He's gonna stick out too much. Which I can do a couple other layers after I take it off. Yeah. Just trying to wonder if I can get it pushed in enough that it will set that way. That would work really well. Just put it on a little angle. Yeah, I think that's really good. All right, let's see how that works. Is it still too high? Slightly. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay. All right. Next I wanted to do some UV resin, just like little red and maybe blue lights around here. All right, I've got a little color burst UV resin red and green. I might change that out for the, I'm gonna change that out for the blue. All right, got my little micro brush. I have this little cup over here. I'm kind of putting this in front of it to try to help block it from some of the sun that's still coming through the window. Let's start. I don't know where I want to put things. Let's start with, I grabbed sea foam. Start with that and see what we can get. Now, you're probably thinking, maybe you should have done this the other way and colored the spaceship first. And I would say to you, you are correct. I should have done that first, but I just didn't even think about it. Squishing out the little drops here. Ooh, that's a lot more red than that sea foam. All right. Little dip of the red here. Little dip of the red on there. Which I think I put it on the wrong side. Not sure if I can get in here on this side. Now we shall move on to the sea foam, which is already starting to cure. Just in the normal light. Okay, and now I want all of this on the back side here. Alright, so I've got 20 ounces Bond Crafter in here. I've just added some of those blue StarClusters, and I'm going to add some of the rainbow alcohol ink from Marabu, and now we'll just give it a little mix up in here. All right, here's our 20 ounces. I do have a bubble deep down in there. And again, it has the blue StarClusters and the Marabu alcohol ink. And now we're just going to pour it on top here. I did add a little marble there as a little planet. Definitely losing some of my other features in here. I put too much of the blue into it, and that is not enough yet to cover it either. Alright. We'll have to do one more layer. So for anyone that's counting, that is 32 ounces so far. I think I'm going to actually get some more clear mixed up here and pour it in here, because I think that will help disperse a lot of the star crystals here. There we go. In my excitement of doing this, I forgot to hit record when I was pouring my clear in here. It's still just slightly short, but I'll do one layer after it's all done, a little top coat layer. Finish it all off. Just trying to mix up the blue sparkle with the clear. Alright, we'll have to do 2 more ounces. I think we'll get it. I'm gonna add a little bit more with right there. Alright. I think that's it for now. We'll be back. I do want to actually take this time to say thank you to everybody who watches my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to just everyone who subscribed. It means the world to me. It means the world to my channel. It helps keep my channel going. If you haven't subscribed, think about it. It is free for you if you want to watch my content. And on a regular basis, I usually put out content on Wednesdays and Saturdays with the occasional Birdie Friday thrown in. Alright, we will be back on demold. I'm going to watch it here and I'll spray some alcohol for bubbles. Because I know there's quite a few in here. And we'll be back. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, well, I had a little bit of a flash cure, so it wrinkled the top. Don't know if you can kind of see that. But the beauty of a flash cure, cured up fast. Now I just have to make sure that I didn't fuse it to, wow, the mold, and I don't think I did. I think I was able to save that. This is chunky. I should not have made it so thick. I should have paid attention better and done a thinner layer of the black. But you know what? You live, you learn. This guy is heavy. You can see into them, so I didn't get that too bad. Now you can see those waves on there. And I think a fingerprint. At a later date, I'm going to come back, and you can see that swirl in there. I'm going to come back, and when I have a sander, I'm going to sand the top of the piece. And yeah, and I'll put a top coat back on it, and that way it'll be nice and smooth. My fingerprint will be gone. Yeah, so you can see that's a marble right there. There's a marble there, one there, one over here. I thought I'd just throw them in here, like look like little planets. You can see that dark purple right in there. There's a couple little bead pieces in there. There's one right there. I think I had one right there. I really like how my little galaxy swirl in here turned out. There were some purple ones I tried to do in there too. Can't really see them. There's one right there. Just because I put too much of the sparkle in that top coat. But yeah. So here's the finished piece so far. It's not all the way finished. I did try to sand down those waves on the top I got them, but I did get some scratches. And when I put the top coat on, the tape made a mess and it just overfilled on edges. So I'm going to go back and try to resand all of it and put a thin layer over all of it. You can see that edge right there is pretty messed up. And then along the side, I've got a scratch there and some, I took the sander to file down some of these little edges here because there were drips of resin that apparently the tape didn't work on, especially over here. I tried to put some silver along the edge there just to hide some stuff, but that didn't work. I had it all around the edge in here, and I took that off because I really did not like that at all. But there she is. And that black and this clear on top is very reflective. I'll take a gander deeper into the piece here. Excuse my dogs barking in the background. Put some marbles in there for little planets. But there she is for now. We're going to call her the finished product.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you wish to support my channel, I do have an Amazon wish list and a Buy Me a Coffee linked in my description. Please check out the playlist in my description as well. Thank you. Bye.